This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Efforts to help the sea turtle population rebound continues to make some major headway here on the Suncoast.
Well, Marine Lab has documented a record-breaking season with more than 4,000 loggerhead turtle nests. As ABC7's Bobeth Yates tells us, the season is still going strong.
It is uncommon to see an active sea turtle nest like this one this time of year, but it does happen. That's why officials are asking you to continue all the necessary nesting precautions you've been using all season.
The turtle season is determined by humans based on our data, and it's always been from May 1st through October 31st. But the turtles don't exactly know those rules, so we have had a few nests that were laid in September.
The late laying of eggs means there's still several active sea turtle nests incubating. And to ensure those turtles hatch and make it to the water, officials are asking beachgoers and those who live near the water to be on alert.
If they know that there's a turtle nest near their location, to make sure to still keep your lights off at night, because those hatchlings are going to use the light to find their way to the water. And if your lights are on your house, they're going to find their way to your house instead. And in addition, just respect the boundaries of the nest.
Christine Mazzarella is one of several Mote Marine scientists working on the Sea Turtle Conservation and Research Program. For the last 35 years, the organization has implemented an information campaign which includes marking the turtle nests as well as letting people know the do's and don'ts. And Mazzarella says the efforts are working.
This year was a great year. We had almost double the number of our record nests. And that probably has to do with the conservation efforts starting almost a turtle generation ago.
Mazzarella says so far this year, they've documented more than 4,500 sea turtle nests, beating the record of 2,400 sea turtle nests set back in 2005. And knowing that sea turtles are currently on the endangered species list, many beachgoers are celebrating the efforts.
I've seen them, but they haven't impacted at all.
I think it's absolutely superb. We wonder whether they would stay as well protected if it was in England as opposed to here, but the efforts here seem to be magnificent.
And with several more nests still active, many are hoping beachgoers and those who live close by will continue to do their part.
I think it's just important to make sure you're following the rules and leaving them alone so they'll be able to grow.
She'll say when this and the other active sea turtle nests are completely hatched, they'll remove the stakes, giving the area an all clear. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. For the next few weeks, ABC7 is looking ahead to what life could be like here on the Suncoast in the year 2037. Tonight, we're focusing on the environment and vegetation. A tropical urban oasis right here on the Suncoast has some big goals. Marie Selby Botanical Gardens in Sarasota just launched a strategic plan in hopes of becoming the world's only botanical gardens that specialize in epiphytes or air plants such as orchids. Selby Gardens also aims to be one of the premier bayfront attractions that connects people with nature. To do that, their master plan focuses on 3 areas. 1, to properly display and showcase its preserved collections, which include plant specimens, books, illustrations, and other artifacts. 2nd, to take care of its living collections and glass houses that are currently on the property. And 3rd, to expand parking to accommodate more visitors.
A key priority for us is to reposition ourselves as a living museum. And what that means is that museums create exhibitions, events, experiences to get repeat visitation, to attract broader audiences.
Selby Gardens is open daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And coming up tonight at 6 in Suncoast 2037, the potential impacts of sea level rise here on the Suncoast. We'll show you how Rainley College of Art and Design students are trying to show people how much of our beaches may be underwater in the decades ahead. And we'll talk with New College of Florida's Marine Lab director about sea level rise's effect underneath our seawalls. That's all coming up at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock.
And for now, a check on our beach forecast. It's a pretty good one today.
Yeah, here's Bob with more. Bob?
Yeah, it's been really nice. With an easterly wind, you don't get much wave action there along the beaches and just kind of a cool breeze. It's 85 degrees right now. A few fair weather cumulus clouds around. Dew point temperature extremely low and the humidity just the same. East winds are at 14 now. That's sustained wind. Gusts as high as 20 today. Pressure 30.06. That is on the rise. Temperatures throughout the evening will stay in the 70s all the way to 11 o'clock, so it will be above average temperatures. But with that drier air around, it doesn't feel too bad. Now, winds out of the east east and northeast in places like Palmetto and Bradenton and Ellington, as well as into Inglewood, Warm Mineral Springs, and Venice, all around 15 miles an hour. And as far as the time change goes, yes, we do gain an hour. We fall back 1 hour. This Sunday morning. If you stay up at 2, you can move it back to 1, but you can do it before you go to bed on Saturday. Again, that happens this weekend, so that means times are going to change as far as sunset goes. It's going to get darker earlier, and as far as that goes, I think lighter earlier as well. Here's a look at the radar picture showing some showers off the northeast coast. We'll have more on your weather coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. The city of Punta Gorda will vote tomorrow on a multi-million-dollar settlement with the family of a woman killed during a police demonstration. 73-year-old Mary Knowlton was shot and killed in August while a Punta Gorda police officer was training her on how to respond to an armed burglar. He unknowingly shot her with a loaded revolver. The city's insurance company has agreed to pay her family $2 million. Other money will come from the city's damage recovery fund. The city denies any wrongdoing. The case is being investigated by the state attorney's office.
A mental competency hearing has been set for a South Florida man charged with plotting to bomb a synagogue and Jewish school in support of the Islamic State terrorist group. A Miami judge scheduled James Medina's hearing for December 9th. FBI agents say Medina plotted with an undercover informant to acquire a bomb and attack a Jewish center in April during Passover observances. Medina was arrested after the informant gave him a dummy bomb that could not explode. FBI recordings show Medina allegedly supported the Islamic State terrorist group and claimed an obligation to attack Jews in the United States. He has pleaded not guilty.
The Florida Supreme Court is debating whether it should block a 2015 law that calls for women to wait 24 hours before having abortions. The American Civil Liberties Union, representing a Gainesville abortion clinic, is asking justices to overturn an appeals court ruling that would allow the law to move forward. The ACLU of Florida argues that 24-hour requirements stemmed from political opposition to abortion. But State Deputy Solicitor General Denise Harley defended the law, pointing to a societal interest in women making abortion decisions after deliberation.
This is an irreversible, life-altering decision on the order of things like marriage, divorce, giving up your child for adoption, and other contexts where the state imposes a very brief waiting period for major life decisions.
When you have a law that requires women to take more time off from their job, that requires them to get more health child care, that may require them to endanger their health by delaying something that they've already decided to do, but that's political interference.
While it heard arguments today, the Florida Supreme Court typically takes months to issue opinions.
Sarasota County's pistol and rifle range will be fully open to the public tomorrow. The county recently installing baffles at Night Trail Park in Nokomis. The 100-yard shooting range reopened last month. Tomorrow, the 50, 25, and 12-yard portions of the range will also open to shooters. The baffles prevent bullets from getting outside the shooting range. The range is open from 9 until 4, Wednesday through Sunday. Still to come in your Suncoast News, battling negative body image.
Some tips on how you can talk to your kids about how to accept their body. That's coming up next in Health News.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Open enrollment for Obamacare is now underway. Some will notice a sharp increase in premiums. Others may also have to switch to different insurers or doctors. The biggest challenge facing the Affordable Care Act right now is a need for increased enrollment by young, healthy consumers. Major insurers, including Aetna and United Healthcare, have opted to leave many states. Regulators responded by allowing companies to refile rate requests, which caused many of them to see an increase. And Venice Regional Bayfront Health is offering to help people fill out applications for the Affordable Care Act. The hospital is offering free assistance now until open enrollment ends on January 31st. Hospital certified assisters will help people. We'll go through the paperwork and explain the changes in the plan. You can book an appointment by calling the hospital at 483-7318.
We may be making strides in the effort to embrace more than what was once considered the ideal body type. But ABC7's Alex Redmond talked to a Sarasota plastic surgeon about the challenges of teaching her two little girls that it's great to be different. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. Slowly, images depicting a variety of body types are creeping into commercials, ads, and film. But there is always someone taller, shorter, fatter, or thinner. But children and even many adults aren't comfortable in their own skin. Many of us can relate to this young lady.
She always teases like boys and girls how they look and how they look about their body.
Familiar with the school bully.
He called me fat, and I didn't know why.
And this is how it made her feel.
It made me feel sad.
8-year-old Mallory is wise beyond her years because she knows now, a year later after being teased, that she feels comfortable in the skin that she's in.
Because now I'm older and more understanding so that I can stand up to other people.
Mallory and her sister are the daughters of Sarasota plastic surgeon Dr. Elisa Schulman.
And they're very different body shapes. I mean, my little 8-year-old's kind of a little curvy, a little petite, and the taller one's long and lanky.
Dr. Schulman says getting the girls to understand the beauty of their different bodies is a challenge.
We're trying to say every body is beautiful and there's different proportions. We have plus-size models doing Sports Illustrated. We have now different shape and size Barbie dolls, which is wonderful.
We're moving in the right direction, says Dr. Schulman.
And when you're a plastic surgeon and your whole job is to help people change their body, it's kind of a difficulty. Try to explain to my little girls what I do for a living, and at the same time tell them you're perfect just the way you are, you don't need anything done.
It's very bad, and some people don't like me just because the way I look.
Isla, Dr. Schulman's 10-year-old daughter, is okay with being tall.
That's just how I look, and I really like that because I'm different from other people.
But what if she was short?
I would still feel the same way because I still look different. I feel happy, I feel powerful, I feel like I can do anything.
Mallory says kids that bully do it because they don't like themselves. And if she sees it, she now steps up.
I say stop it because it's not nice to bully people.
Dr. Schulman explains that we have a way to go in embracing all the different body types out there, and it won't be until we see more than one plus-size girl or short boy in a movie, and it becomes the norm rather than the exception.
And the hard part is that we do see so many perfect-looking people. How realistic is it to, attain that model physique?
Not very realistic at all, Haley, because only about 2% of the population are the very tall, very lean, and perfectly symmetrical types that we use more for models than any others. So the bottom line is that a lot of these girls, too, when they take their clothes off, they're not comfortable in their own skin. So really, it's about being comfortable in the skin you're in and making the best of your own body type. Just embracing your own body.
True, and realizing that those people that's their job to be a model, and they spend a lot of time making sure they look that way. We have full-time jobs and can't do that, so it's not
right. And you and I certainly can't be taller, and we're okay with that. We like it. I get to wear high shoes.
Everyone who meets me in person says you're so much shorter in real life. It's true. It is. Now let's head over to Bob, who is not short, but he's going to give us our weather.
Yeah, that's right. Not short on weather right now. It's beautiful out there. Casey Key webcam showing pretty calm conditions near shore anyway. With that east wind, it makes it a little rough offshore, but you can see hardly any waves are crashing on the beach of Casey Key. A beautiful day, too, with temperatures in the mid-80s there on the coastline. And here's a look at what happened this morning. Siesta Key, Catherine Young sending this one in of a sandcastle on Siesta Key. You're going to see more of those next week, beginning on Friday as the Crystal Classic comes to town. That happens next weekend, so plan for that. It's always a great event and raises money for a wonderful cause for Mote Marine and the turtle program there. As far as the forecast goes, we're going to stay under the influence of this easterly wind. However, it's not going to be as brisk tomorrow. And as high pressure continues to dominate the weather over much of the eastern seaboard there, and that will stay with us. Although it's going to split up a little bit, we will still see that easterly component. And the pressure gradient of that area of low pressure down to our south is lessening somewhat. So it's still around 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds and not as breezy out there, though, as we've seen over the past couple of days. A few showers off the coast of Georgia and northeast Florida. Not doing a whole lot out there, just the backside of that high-pressure ridge. Currently, it's 85, and the dew point, nice. The winds out of the east at 14, still brisk, and the pressure is 30.06 inches, and that's on the rise. And high temperature today, there it is, once again, above average, 88 degrees. A couple degrees shy of the record set in 1971 when it got to 91 degrees. Look at the low. A record low of 40 degrees. That was set back in 1993. This morning's low was 67. And no rainfall to start this month off. In November, typically it's a very dry month. We don't see much rain as a result of dry air that's usually in place and not many fronts moving through. 78 degrees in Jacksonville. It's 81 in Orlando now, 80 into Miami, and 82 in Key West. Around town, a little bit warmer right near the coast. 85 in Bradenton and Sarasota now, 84 in Venice, 84 in Northport, and 83 in Arcadia, 81 into Highlands County. Well, that wind forecast I mentioned anywhere from 5 to 10 overnight out of the north and northeast, and then throughout the day tomorrow we're talking 5 to 10 with some gusts up there near 20 miles an hour. This is more of a gust at times up to 20, but for the most part not nearly as windy. Well, they're getting some snow and rain mix up in the northeastern portions or eastern portions of Canada, I should say, near Quebec and out west. A storm system is gathering, but it looks like it's pretty good weather for the World Series Game 6 tonight. Warm temperatures in Cleveland and no real threat of any significant rainfall there. As far as the overall dry air is concerned, it's sticking around today and will stay in place throughout the day tomorrow. So look for that dry air to stay with. As far as the overall future cast goes, a few showers are possible tomorrow. The rain chance, so only at 20%. Here comes the front. That's at Thursday in the evening, and eventually the front moving through on Friday afternoon here and cooling us down for the weekend. For boaters, seas running 2 feet or less tomorrow, light chop in the bays and inland waters, and the upcoming tides calling for basically the next high tide coming up shortly. And we'll talk about that coming up at 6, and the 7-day forecast does call for cooler conditions over the weekend with some 50s on Sunday morning and Monday morning. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on US 41. The road is blocked at Bay Vista Street.
So we're past Halloween now, so let the holiday shopping begin. Black Friday is coming early for Amazon shoppers. The online shopping service launching its Black Friday Deals store today. The site will have new discounts every day on clothes, electronics, toys, and other products. The sales are offered at different times. There will also be special deals for Prime members who own devices like the Amazon Echo that features the company's voice assistant Alexa. The Black Friday deals will continue until December 22nd.
And with the holiday season upon us, retailers are in the spirit of hiring. According to a new survey, nearly 740,000 seasonal workers are expected to be hired for the holidays. The top 5 retailers hiring the most: Macy's, JCPenney, Office Depot and Office Max, Gap, and Kohl's. So if you need a job, now's the time to go and apply for one. Everywhere I've been shopping, I've seen now hiring.
Yeah.
So.
Because you can't buy everything online, I don't think.
That's true.
Sometimes you have to go to a store and see it.
Right, and you, especially when you're picking out gifts, because you don't want something to come in the mail and be like, this is not what I pictured for a gift.
Entertainment news is next.
I'm Alan Cohn. The future of sea level rise. As part of our Suncoast 2037 series, we look into how rising waters will shape the Suncoast.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Bill Cosby's lawyers will get another chance to argue that his sexual assault case should be thrown out.
The actor faces 3 felony indecent assault charges. They stem from an incident in 2004 involving an employee at Temple University. In a motion filed last week, Cosby's attorneys said he is, quote, legally blind. They claim that prevents the 79-year-old from seeing his accusers and could hamper his defense. The judge did not make a decision, and the hearing will continue tomorrow.
Ron Howard will take part in a tribute to the late TV sitcom king Gary Marshall in an episode of The Odd Couple. Marshall died in July at the age of 81. He developed the original Odd Couple TV series from the 1970s and acted in the current CBS version back in April, playing the father of Matthew Perry's character. Ron Howard and other actors who starred in Marshall's Happy Days will take part in the Odd Couple tribute. The episode will air on Monday.
Reba McEntire is warming up for tomorrow's Country Music Awards. She is the most nominated female artist in CMA history, with 49 nominations since 1983. Reba says the 50th anniversary show will be just like old times. You can watch the Country Music Awards live from Nashville tomorrow night right here on ABC7.
Tony Bennett, Sarah McLachlan, and the cast and Muppets of Sesame Street will be among the stars celebrating at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Some Olympic and Paralympic gold medalists are also part of the lineup, as well as some former NHL players. The 90th annual parade will roll down the streets of New York City on November 24th, Thanksgiving morning.
Looking forward to it.
It's always a tradition.
Yeah,
Starts your
holiday
day that way.
season, I start feeling in the spirit.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 15th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. Watch live cooking demonstrations from local chefs and take part in a silent auction to bid on creative prize packages that will delight any foodie or wine connoisseur. The event will feature live music by Kettle of Fish. There's free parking, and all proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. Don't miss this year's Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
The